Hey, how you guys doing? So glad to have you back with us again another awesome Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. The day is December 12th, and we thank you so much for coming in with us here on Facebook, LinkedIn, and of course YouTube. And I'm going to ask you guys with the value that you'll receive and any kind of benefit you get from our conversation, can you send it out to a friend or, let them know that we're come here every single week calling Honor Your Health and finding ways that we can share our stories, our ups and downs, and help you guys out to be more successful in your journeys too. So we want to thank you for being here. And I definitely check Facebook and I will check LinkedIn later. And of course, again, on YouTube, just check out our channels, give us the thumbs up to subscribe, and let people know that we're here. So let me introduce who I am. As you can see, I am the founder of Living Loving You Well. I am Coach T, for that's very, very short, as opposed to saying Terrell Sally Holloman. And I am an author, a speaker, and a blood type lifestyle health coach. And I work with beautiful professional women and helping them heal their bodies from disease using the blood type way of doing it. So that's it in a nutshell. And I'll give it over to my friend, Coach Kim.
Hello, and welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Go share this out and tell somebody we are here. Yes, 4:30 every third Tuesday. I'm getting my days mixed up. Yes, I am Coach Kim, and I empower professional women and single moms through speaking, through books, and coaching to bring freedom to their finances in order to relieve them from financial distress.
Yes, and I love what she does because this is the season for you guys to get your finances in order. It's the end of the month. And I know a lot of people already out there shopping and getting their stuff together. So you're going to have to reach out to Coach Kim to help you get a budget because 2024 is right around the corner. So let's talk about what we're going to talk about today, which is faith over failure. So this is what I've been sensing in the conversation we know always flows, however it's going to flow. So guys, you're more than welcome to share your comments and let us know what you're thinking too. So when we hear that word faith, most people think of the strong belief in God, which I also do as a believer. And some people even I would say in the dictionary will say it's a doctrine in religion. However, I believe with faith comes confidence, comes boldness, comes like you just know you know. It's like you're in the zone and that you can blast through any hardship when you have faith. There's always joy, there's peace, and there's hope too when you have faith. And then I'm gonna let Coach Kim come in on how she feels about faith because we're going to talk about how we can have this over the failure part. So go ahead, Coach Kim.
Wow, faith. I mean, we can go, that could be the whole show right there. However, when I just think about faith, of course, we're talking about faith over failure. I think what we have to really go back to, what do we have our faith in? I think that's really have to, your starting point is because some people have faith in systems, some people have faith in a whole bunch of other things. And I think that's where you need to start at. Where is your faith? Where does your faith lie? Does your faith lie in God? Or does your faith lie in man-made stuff or man-made systems? I think that's where you really need to start at, because if not, then everything else is not going to be the truth to the truth of the matter is not going to be true. But if you start off with the right foundation, that's what I would say. When it comes to your faith, starting off with the right foundation,
Mhm.
uh, then it will change how you look at things as you move forward.
Yeah, I like that because when you have your faith rooted in, some people might say a higher being, a supreme being, but we know it's God and Jesus. That's what we know. But when you put your faith in man-made stuff like money or people or cars or wealth and houses, then it gets distorted with regard to having the faith over failure because failure, as the definition will tell you, is lack of success. It'll tell you the mission of things. It'll tell you that you're not functioning. It'll tell you that you cease doing things, that you collapse, that you're saddened, that you'll probably give up. Like you'll give up on yourself, and it becomes a syndrome. Or you want to quit when you fail sometimes. But if we have faith and base it off of the foundation that we know to be true, then those failures don't seem as harsh. They don't seem like something that it's a mountain that you cannot climb or a valley that you can't come out of. What do you think on that, Coach Kim?
Wow. Again, that when it comes to our faith, I think it still goes back to that foundation, whatever that is for you, because we might view things as failures. However, I was just thinking about this. There's sometimes that I bake and sometimes it doesn't come out correct. But guess what? I think like, oh my goodness, but I've been made this 100,000 times already and it's not coming out. What did I do different? What is different? And it makes you want to try again. Well, let's go do this again. So I think that faith can drive a person, to just actually push forward, to push
Mm.
through whatever is stopping them. I like that for myself right there.
Yeah, yeah, I'm going to receive that too because in life you will have failure. Okay. I can't tell you how many times, and you can read this in my book, Embarrassed to Empowered, a healing lupus story. But there were so many times in my life that I felt that I failed. I couldn't figure out how to overcome that condition. Then I felt like I was the only one with it. And then I felt like there's no one dealing with with the skin issues or the fact that I was obese and the doctors, and it was just so many things. I just felt that I was a failure going through these health conditions. And I'm sure there are people out there that can relate to that. And that's also with anything in our lives. You might have a job that you just started and you feel like you're failing already because you don't know all that you need to know. And like you said, Coach Kim, it's about bringing in that faith, you know, that foundation that you need in order to push forward and over the failure, because failures you're going to have in life. And I feel when folks, failure will get you when you don't get up. When you feel that you cannot continue to go forward and you totally quit, then that's a failure to me. Otherwise, these are just little blips or hiccups in our lives that we have learned to get through and make some changes. Like you said, sometimes you bake the cakes and the brownies and it might taste a little different. What did you do differently? Same thing with your body. When we talk about honoring our health, what are we doing so that we know that when we do have these failures or setbacks or little blips, how can you continue to use your faith and honor yourself and your body and your mind and your soul to continue to move forward? Good question.
What I was thinking about is that perhaps you have a checking account and you go into overdraft and you don't have the funds to take care of because perhaps maybe you just mismanaged this month, and it happens. And I think that faith pushes you to say, what am I going to do different next time? What steps am I going to take so I don't have this issue to happen again? And I think that's where faith pushes you. Again, I mentioned earlier, it pushes you forward because you can't be in faith and be gloomy. They kind of don't go together, if you understand what I'm saying. But I believe when I grab onto faith, of course, my faith in God, and it's like I feel like I'm not alone. I'm not doing this by myself. Because sometimes people, that's how they feel when they have whatever kind of failure. It could be a failure in relationship, their job, their money. Maybe they only did that 21-day diet plan or change their habits, and after day one, they couldn't do it no more. However, that faith pushes you to like, okay, you can do this. You are not alone. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not alone. I like that. You're not alone when you have faith, right? Because like you said, your faith is in God, and you know that when he has you, he has you. So when you push through and you elevate yourself in terms of your mind and what you're thinking, you can get this done because life will happen. So many people, I believe, expect life to go in a straight line. They don't expect to have some crooked lines, some zigzag lines, some spiral lines, because all of that is going to happen. All of that is going to happen. But like you said, to have that victory and that confidence and that boldness to know that, hey, I can do this again. I don't have to sit there and wallow because I figure that people feel they can do this in the same body. You've heard that phrase and we heard it all the time. You can't have fear and faith in the same body. Well, you can have failure as long as it doesn't stay as a fearful tactic in your mind so that you're not honoring yourself or your health. And your health, as we know, includes relationships, includes your finances, includes your family, includes your body, includes your mind, right? Includes all the connections that you have around you, and includes everything you can think about with regard to how to honor and keep your health together. All of that works together. It doesn't work apart. So the more that we take the time to push forward and have faith, then those failures will just seem like a flitting thing. I mean, it could be the worst tragic thing, but it will seem not as surmountable when you have faith. Right, Coach Kim?
Yes, and I think that faith really, I'm going to say, it reframes how we view a situation. Yeah. So instead of us seeing perhaps this is a roadblock in front of me, faith will see you maybe jumping over that roadblock or moving it to the side or going around it, but it's not going to mean stop. Your faith is going to push you forward in whatever way you need to do. Go around, jump over, blow it up, whatever you got to do. Your faith is going to push you forward. So I think we need to reframe how we think, or some might say shift your perspective, but faith will push you into that place of doing that.
Yeah, I like that word, reframe and shift. Those are two words that someone can grab today because during this season, we know that people might be dealing with some family issues or loss of a loved one, or they're feeling lonely, they're feeling isolated, and maybe they are feeling like a failure. But that's not what we want you to do this time, right? We want you to push it through and not to give up, not to quit, because it's all about our reframing and how we're shifting our thinking to honor yourself and your health. There's always someone in your circle that can benefit from you saying a good word or encouraging word or just being together, right? So when we take that faith and just really dig deep and know that the confidence is there, the boldness is there, even though sometimes you might feel not like that, but having faith makes you feel like that, right? It makes you not want to quit, makes you move forward, like you said. So I really love that word, reframing and shifting. And that works in reference to the finances, in reference to your health. It works in every case you can think of because this is the season we know to love, right? Abundantly. And we think of love each and every day, right? Unconditionally love. So it works all well together. So today was faith over failure, guys. Make sure you look at it in terms of the cup full, not the cup empty. And I want to share with you guys because Coach Kim is very, very modest about what she does and how she works with people. And she has a great course that's coming up next week. Or no, this week, actually. I'm thinking, wow, it's coming up this week. So make sure that you guys check her out and see what's going on so that you can make some changes because 2024 is right around the corner. So, Coach Kim, let's jump into what you got going on this week.
Yes, on this Thursday at 7 p.m., it will be on Zoom. It's called Jumpstart. We're going to jumpstart your personal finances. I'm going to say, why wait? Why do we have to wait to 2024 to start anything. The time is now. So we're going to have a workshop, and it's going to empower you and give you some practical strategies and insights to help get you set up for 2024. But we need to start now. We come together, we set goals, and we journey forward together. There we go. So you can check me out. You can catch me on nicholsanddomesolutions.com,
Yep,
or you
journey
can,
forward together.
yes, DM me. But the time is now.
Time is now, guys. Let's get this going. If you know somebody that really can benefit from her course, give them the link. You jump in yourself. But in the meantime, guys, definitely hit like, subscribe to our channels on YouTube, like, share, make a comment on what we're talking about. How do you see yourself in regard to faith over failure? And for me, you can contact me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. My book, Embarrassed to Empowered, is on this link right here. Or if you're quicker with Amazon, put it in your cart. It'd be a great gift. So, guys, we are so blessed to have you guys come in with us every single week, and we really do appreciate it. So, we see you next time, 4:30 p.m. with a group of our friends for a December to remember. So make sure you're here for that one. We're going to have a great time. So, guys, be good, and we're going to say good night. See you soon. Bye bye now.